Marines with Scout Sniper Platoon, Alpha Company, 1st Battalion, 1st Marines, Regimental Combat Team 6 finished the combat operation in Helmand Province, Afghanistan, August 28th. They were tasked with providing overwatch security as other Marines from Alpha Company disrupted a village of enemy insurgents.
Yeah, we were running disruption operations up north of Azan, which we didn't op previously. And it's just go up there and basically disrupt the enemy forces, use it and kind of disrupt their supply lines and figure out what they're trying to do, increase our security bubble.
The Marines with Scout Sniper Platoon spent most of the 2-day, 3-night operation on a rooftop, keeping a watchful eye over the village.
As Scout Sniper team leader, basically I take my team out and we provide surveillance of the battlefield for intelligence gathering purposes, try and locate where the fire's coming from, and report everything up to the CP. Had pretty good eyes on for our new compound, had good fields of view, good fields of fire.
Throughout their time on the rooftop, the snipers would sometimes take accurate small arms fire and indirect fire.
As the day progressed, we started taking some pretty accurate small arms fire, a little bit of machine gun fire, some IDF, and from there we just attempted to locate the enemy and reduce the targets.
As the enemy fire crept closer to their positions, the Marines patiently waited until they had positive identity on where their attacker was.
Had all my guys up there, we're just on observation, did our best to locate it, and when we did, called it up to the CP, let them know what was going on, where it's coming from, and then waited for clearance to fire.
With the Scout Snipers' vigilant eyes watching over them, the Marines of Alpha Company were able to successfully complete their operation and provide better security in the area. Corporal Ed Gallo, Aga Ahmad, Afghanistan.
We're ready to take a jab shot.
Alright, radio as soon as the shot's taken so I can drop more rounds.
Roger, over. Are you good?
Am I in your way?
No. Going into seeker. Timing.
Oh no, where'd the butter hole go? Whoever's there, he's still there.
And he's about to be pissed off. Oh, hey! Rocket.
From where?
That way.
Sorry.
Yes! Suck that ass, you fuck!
Hey, mortars are going too.
Yeah!
Mortars are going too.
There they go.
Nice shot, bro.
Hey, that was a damn good shot, dude.
Nice shot, brother. Yeah, that's fucking automatic. I see the spot. I see where they're at.
See him?
Yeah. Put your head down, am I?
Yep.
There's another, somebody's right over here, too.
Yeah.
Like, give me the IAR.
Yeah. I think they're right down the alley.
I get way off.
I don't know. I can't. Maybe that ain't it. They're close, though.
Down that alley down there?
Yeah, that's where it's coming from. The
There's a couple guys down there second ago. So.
were they right down the alley?
Yep.
What's the range on that?
Give me the plurf.
Hey, plurf.
Plurf, plurf. This rifle does not.
Very close one.
Yeah, he's electric
showing up every time.
You look to the right, about 100 meters. You see that little structure?
Without the roof,
yeah.
Distance.
Shot.
Incoming.
That was a.
Yeah.
That was something big. I don't like the sound of that.
Hey, can we get a direction and distance to him?
We already passed it up. 533 meters, 292 degrees. All right. Roofless building.
Red FFO.
All right. Roofless building. If you look where the doorway is, with the go straight up from there, about 150 meters. You'll see a compound behind it and the right side. The right side of the wall kind of steps down.
Yeah.
All right, that's where he's at. John's not ready yet.
Hold on. Too crazy. I'll have to get up on this here, I think.
Hey, somebody's gonna need a spot that's not gonna get browned out.
Yeah, I got the spotty scope right behind you.
You might get browned out. You might need to go up where Maya is.
Where who? Right here. Oh, right next to that fucking barrack. Great.
All right, I got I'm at 550 elevation, 6 left, wind.
Where is he up right now?
He is not.
I'm on the steps.
Yeah, he usually comes up on the left side, far left, a little next one up.
Wait,
Whoa.
I'm good.
I don't need you to blow out my eardrum.
He's down.
Got a rebate on his life.
Dude's barely up. What's your dope? What do you got your dope for?
Me?
Very good.
I'm at 550.
Come down to point 1. I'd rather you hit in front of that. I'd rather you hit the face of the front and back.
Alright, down one.
Alright. Control. Damn it. Short count. 3, 2. In front of him. On that
I think
down below.
fucking threw rocks in my foot.
And he's fucking definitely fucking gone. Sir, did you see it? Was it a hit?
Yeah, right after the rocks finished coupling my face.
In between the oh fuck, I think I see what you're talking about.
I see him standing up. Somebody was standing up in black man jamming.
That's fuck, that's gotta be a false reading. I'm hitting the 659 meters, but I think I'm hitting those power lines. 657. I didn't see any smoke plume.
No, that was from a different area though, because I know we got shot from that way. That one, last one was.
See if this is black up
Yeah, that last one was more southwest.
Roger, we were taking sporadic accurate fire from the northwest region to locate now.
I see that standing. He was standing up, now he's down.
Yeah.
Because he was wearing black man dress. He's right on the berm, right?
Yep.
He's down now for sure.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
I have no idea where mine went. I couldn't see. And my gun just fell off the berm too. The wall.
Let Will on Red Death Mortars, Red Death FO.
Send it from orders.
Roger, did you get my correction? Right 80, add 50, over.
Roger, we're trying.
Do you need my direction? Over. Red Death Mortars, Red Death FO.
Send it from orders.
Add 25, over.
Are you gonna fire it in this one?
Yeah, might as well.
Add 25 up.
This is Red Death FO. Oh, what's this thing?
Got it, dude.
Man, I thought it was going to be a quiet day until that came on.
Yeah.
You guys don't got a SWATs up here, do you?
What's up?
You guys got one of the SWATs up here?
No, we don't. Solid copy, 4 out. Alright, what was that?
Could you give me the sass, maybe?
What?
Oh, shit.
What do you want?
Let's see, take the sass for you.
You know, you got it.
Dude, that was a
That impact was way back there. You see that? See the smoke cloud?
Yeah, I see it. It came from back over here.
Yep. Here. Alright, so
Where do you see the impact?
came from the northwest.
Red Death CP, Red Death FO.
Impacted. Let me get a range for you.
Roger, we had some indirect fire come from the northwest.
1,000.
It'd be round landed 1,000 meters to our south.
South east.
Red Death FO.
Still see any smoke come up from over there? They gotta have somebody spotting this. Although I doubt they saw that around plan.
What's the distance you guys got dialed on this?
That was for 800. Right?
That's what I'm looking at right there. It's on 5.
That's Mills.
Okay. I'm not
This is
familiar
Red
with
Death
the
FO.
scope.
Approximately 3 feet to the right of the hole, and the wall goes down.
Where's he at, dude? He's out here in between this
right?
goggle telephone poles. Okay.
Sitting around in the motor hole, and the head snap back, fall down past that.
Do you have a weapon?
Portion of the wall over.
Not that we can tell.
Roger, still coming.
That was nothing. I was just looking through the murder hole.
CP was 4 out.
We just took 2 more pop shots from the northwest. They appear to be coming from roughly the same area as the last ones, but we can't locate them. So instead of having an ISR of a 16 break, can we push it up more to their north, because we don't have eyes on city.
Roger.
Well, that was a response that can still fuck with documents.
We're Alpha.
What's the effects that you have, Ron?
Anybody over there, if they're not dead, they ain't happy.
There's still a lot of dust in the area. I can't see what happened to the wall, but it was a direct impact, and then mortars had good effects too. Over.
Roger, 4 Bravo.
Blackheart CP.
Landed 300 meters to our east.
They're getting a lot closer. That was pretty close.
There's a big puff of smoke. With that tree line up there.
The tree line on the ridge?
No, come down from the ridge where the ruins are. That first tree line. Behind there, there's a big puff of smoke. Then it looked like a vehicle squared out to the right.
Hey, there's people up on the hill.
Yep.
To the left great wall.
Shot.
Yeah. Incoming. Here. That sounded like it came from
Red Death CP, Red Death FO.
southwest.
We are now taking sporadic, accurate small arms fire for our position over.
I swear to God, dude.
I got a guy on a hill. You see that large tree, pine tree with the
Yeah, up there you go.
way the up there.
Oh, yeah.
say 1380.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk leaving. You just drop down and deflate.
We're at 1500.
Hey, it's coming smooth. Done.
Close.
Yeah, it is.
Alright. I know where. Got a dude back by this alleyway by satellite dish. Walk to the left. Lost him. Look like an old dude wearing white man jams.
Shot.
Incoming.
Incoming.
Yeah, it is. I was gonna say that. It's coming from over there. Yeah. Hey, Jung. See if you can see where it's coming from up there.
Smoking. He's back.
Got a little bit of cold rush in my veins from the adrenaline. That was nice.
He's shooting at
Very
us.
reprieve from your feet.
Is he still there?
He's just popped up and went back down twice.
No impact.
Hey, Greg. We hooked that 5590 up to that low Z and get it up to the grid for
6080 mils.
we just shot.
Your pros forgot. It's all covered.
Where's the 5590 at?
Did you bring up that battery?
It was the fire. We're actually trying to fire. Greg, it's 25.
Hey, if I get ready to shoot on this 50 cal, I'll say going loud, out loud, so you cover your ears.
Roger.
Here, pass.
Hey, man, Burrito, I gotta ask permission to shoot. Well, if we get
That's 338 degrees at 550 meters is where we took that machine gun fire from.
Say again?
338 degrees at 500 meters. 550 meters. Good?
Roger, just fire, pour out.
Direction 6010. Distance 550. Over.
Roger, copy, direction 6010. Can you say it again, distance over?
Distance 550. Over. This is Red Death FO. Send it.
Spotter.
Roger, distance 550 out.
Guy walking in the middle of the left to right, he didn't have anything.
550 meters.
Alley.
There's a guy on a bike going to the right,
Yep.
going left to right.
Those two guys I just saw, they went from right to left. Now there's a guy in a truck.
Go see him. Personally.
You guys see it?
Yep.
Did you see it?
One punch tree right here.
Large tree.
Those two large trees right there.
Yeah, the skinny ones?
Yeah. If you see the large one right to the left of those,
Yep.
that gap in that area, get one of the tree lines, that one, and the ones on the far left, is where they were firing from. Yeah.
Told you, Jung.
What?
You're gonna come from this side. Told you.
Well, I said I'm from New York. I had gone to high school, Stuyvesant High School, right across the street from the World Trade Center. I was actually a freshman in high school when the first bomb attack happened in 1993. Brought back a lot of those memories. I went to college, NYU, Lower Manhattan. And at that point, it was an attack on, not just on the US, but on my home.
Well, on that, how do you feel about 9/11? Like you said, it's 11 years later. When you think back to that moment?
Well, I haven't forgotten, you know, and I don't think most Americans have forgotten, but I think a lot of the effect has worn off. And every day I look around and realize I'm not in New York anymore, and I haven't lived in New York now for quite a while. And every day I'm reminded when I look at my job and what I do that the reason I'm here and what I'm doing is because of that day.
How do you feel about your mission out here?
I feel that our mission out here is still the same. You know, at our level, we're going out every day doing the mission we're ordered to do. And primarily we're out here to support the Afghans. You know, just like us who are, you know, patriots and love our country. There's thousands of Afghans that are here supporting and loving. They love their country. They're patriots as well, and they want to do what's best for their country, lead it into the future, and just make it a better place for themselves and their families and their countrymen.
What do you want to tell Americans about the importance of their support for the troops?
And we're out here for everyone in the United States, for all of you out there listening and watching. And we can't do it without your support. We obviously we're here because we love our country, and we're going to continue doing what we do to ensure the safety of the United States going forward, not just for our generation, but for our future generations. And without your support, we can't. So we appreciate it. We're thankful for it, and we just ask you continue to support us till we're all home again someday.
Anything else you'd like to add?
Just want to say hi to my wife, Cynthia, our 2 children, William and Adriana, back home. They're in San Diego. Love you and miss you guys. Mom, Dad, Hayato, all my aunts, uncles, grandparents, my friends from the Flushing Bayside YMCAs, and just Rich, Lisa, all my buddies back home. Looking forward to getting back to New York and seeing you all again soon. Miss you, love you all.
My name is Corporal Angelo Tuxedo. I am a 6531 Aviation Ordnance Technician. Today what we are going to be doing is loading ordnance on the AH-1 Whiskey Super Cobra and the UAH-1 Yankee Venom Huey. In ordnance there's different types of billets or different types of levels of qualifications. Every Marine, most likely a private first class, Lance Corporal, will usually hold the billet as a team member, and the team member specifically is just used for loading the ordnance. The team member takes orders from the team leader, which is what I've been tasked with doing. The team leader is the one who takes down the numbers of the ordnance being loaded, the lot numbers of the ordnance that we're putting onto the aircraft, and then also is giving the directions to the team members, making sure that they're loading the correct amount of rockets, or making sure that the can is, the ammo can with the 20mm rounds is getting loaded correctly into the aircraft. Basic ordnance we usually load, or what a usual loadout is that we'll have 2.75-inch rockets along with 20mm rounds, most likely either high explosive incendiary rounds or training rounds, inert rounds. And from time to time we'll also load a CADM Hellfire missile, which is just a almost as like a computer missile, just for training use only. It does not actually fire. Along with all that ordnance, one of the last things we load is the countermeasures, which is the ALE 47. So that would be chaff and flare, all the countermeasure systems for the pilots in case of a radar lock-on or any enemy lock-on of any sort.
Corporal Seamus Clark, HMLA 469 Vengeance Flight Line. I'm a dual qualified plane captain as a mechanic, and I'm a Huey crew chief, AGI, aerial gunnery instructor. So my job as a plane captain is I go through and inspect the aircraft, make sure they're safe to fly. I'll help the pilots pre-flight them, and then I'll launch them out on daily missions, whatever they're tasked out to go do. And when they get back, I'll do a daily turnaround inspection, make sure nothing broke, everything's squared away and good to fly for the next mission. Pre-flight inspection is me opening it up, looking at everything, just a final look over, and I'm there to help the pilot if he has any questions, whether it's good or bad, safe for flight or not. And then once the pilot goes through and gives it his final look over, so he's safe, says the bird's safe to fly, I'll go through, close it up, get his engine started and get him going. Go through every panel, anything I can open and look at, touch and feel, make sure the bird's 100% safe to fly so it can continue supporting the ground guys.
We're the guys going out there every single day on every engagement, keeping the infantry from getting shot at, and nobody else can say that they do that. Nobody else can say they can get into the overhead in 5 minutes and stop the infantry from getting shot at, prevent casualties.
Take off our left side. 100 yards out. Roger, wind slow. 100. 50 yards out. Looks like one strike.
For the guys we're supporting, they go out there and they've got, I mean, there's a good chance that they're going to get engaged, they're going to get shot, they're going to get blown up. And everything we do is to make sure we get our aircraft out there so that we provide the overhead security they need. Because I've had a lot of infantry guys tell me that there's nothing better in the whole world than the sound of a Cobra or a Huey in the overhead. And having been on the giving end of the firepower, I know that it's got to be pretty hard if you're the enemy to continue an assault when you've got 50 cal rockets, Hellfires. It's a pretty hard environment for the aircraft. It gets real hot and overheat. Most of us haven't deployed yet, but you kind of think about the stuff you want to do when you're over here. Everybody wants to go to Afghanistan and do their real job instead of just training and training and training. I want to make sure that every Marine that we're out here supporting goes home alive.
Yeah, he's got it now.
We're the guys going out there every single day on every engagement, keeping the infantry from getting shot at, and nobody else can say that they do that. Nobody else can say they can get into the overhead in 5 minutes and stop the infantry from getting shot at, prevent casualties.
Take off our left side. 100 yards out. Roger, wind slow. 100. 50 yards out. Looks like one strike.
For the guys we're supporting, they go out there and they've got, I mean, there's a good chance that they're going to get engaged, they're going to get shot, they're going to get blown up. And everything we do is to make sure we get our aircraft out there so that we provide the overhead security they need. Because I've had a lot of infantry guys tell me that there's nothing better in the whole world than the sound of a Cobra or a Huey in the overhead. And having been on the giving end of the firepower, I know that it's got to be pretty hard if you're the enemy to continue an assault when you've got 50 cal rockets, Hellfires. It's a pretty hard environment for the aircraft. It gets real hot and overheat. Most of us haven't deployed yet, but you kind of think about the stuff you want to do when you're over here. Everybody wants to go to Afghanistan and do their real job instead of just training and training and training. I want to make sure that every Marine that we're out here supporting goes home alive.
Marines from 2nd Battalion, 5th Marine Regiment conduct cave exploitation missions during Operation Jaws. The Marines participated in one phase of the operation, which was designed to find and destroy weapons caches, improvised explosive devices, and drug-producing facilities.
This is my life.
And this is my life.
This is my life.
And this is my life. Hey, my name is Lance Corporal Jeff West. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm part of Golf Company, 2nd Battalion, 5th Marines. We were waiting on the flight deck and to get heloed in by Ospreys. Well, with all our packs and stuff, it's extremely cramped. Like the seats aren't even really made for somebody to sit on. Your legs start to fall asleep and you're trying to stay awake and you hear all this shuddering and all this noises coming from the aircraft and you're just like, what's going on? You're just waiting to get off. And then finally, about a couple hours later, we finally hit the deck and started the operation. So we just started a movement and patrolled to our next destination, our next checkpoint. We had tanks roll up with us as well, and we have several assets helping us out, air support and such, eyes in the sky. And when we started taking contact from around 600 meters off, and a couple of my buddies were on the roof, and some of the other guys were on the roof as well. Tanks were on each side of our building as we were taking contact. We all heard like cracks over our heads and impacts around us and stuff like that. Just taking cover and trying to find a better spot to engage. And after my buddies put a couple of tracer rounds in that area, the tanks started opening up with their 240 coaxial guns and their main guns. But when the main gun opens up, whew, that thing is insanity. It shakes everything. You can see all the overpressure just going out all over the place, and it knocks the wind out of your lungs and stuff like that. And you're just like, then you know when you look down range and you see freaking just whole walls just collapsing and buildings. Like, thanks. We love our tanks.
This is my life.
And this is my life.
This is my life.
And this is my life.
We got into several firefights. At first it was just like a few pop shots here and there, and then they started really getting accurate. We could, from the guys that were on top of the roof, manning the post, they were just right below, like at least 3 feet below where each guy was. It started to erupt even more, taking shots from the flank, taking shots from head on. We couldn't get identification of where they're coming from until like we narrowed it down finally to different areas that they have to be shooting from. And we returned fire. It was mostly by machine gunners and their medium machine guns, the M240s. I was running down below it, just tossing up the extra ammo whenever they started to run low. I mean, it seemed like it was pretty long, but I would say about like 15-20 minutes. It felt a long time. They usually shoot from 500 meters out. Whether they're shooting for 500 meters out would be less likely because those shots were so effective. Like they're literally just right below the guys on post, and we could see the impacts because I was standing right underneath it and I could see the impacts hit the roof.
What was going through your head doing this?
Just hopefully that they don't start moving up. Those rounds start being walked on closer and closer to each of my buddies out there.
This is my life.
And this is my life.
This is my life.
And this is my life.
So far, we've been taking a lot of contact, maybe just like a pop shot here or there, or maybe just like a random RPG or mortar round. But honestly, there hasn't been much going down. We've been starting to pull away, heading back up north, and getting ready to get extracted. We've gone and we've done clearing operations. Still, we still clear a couple of buildings, target buildings. I mean, we're pretty much worn out. Doing whatever we could do to stay sane. Drink water. Everyone's been making bread. One of the guys, he has some speakers and we play music. Looking forward to the food, sleep without any disturbances, not getting shot at every day or anything like that. Being able to talk to friends and family, tell them I'm alright.
What did you tell your friends and family before this operation?
Like if I die, you know, if I die during this thing, I want you to have like a peace of mind. Because I'm telling you now, that it might happen. Because this is a dangerous operation. Mostly everyone just finally finds their peace. They realize that it's their job, that something might happen to them, whether they die or they lose limbs or something, and they just got to push on through it and make the best of it, keep on going. We're all okay, and we're fine, we're ready to go back home.